Hey, what's going on, guys? It is I, Tetra, and today we're going to be looking at Wargaming's new game, which is currently in closed alpha, and that is Project Cold War. Now, as I said, this is currently in alpha, so the content is not final. It is a work in progress. There will likely be some changes before this game fully releases, which is due to occur in 2025, but maybe if we're lucky, it'll happen a bit before then. Now, with that out the way, let's take a look at the Udinck. The Udinck is a defender agent, and it has several useful features, which I will get to in just a sec. But being a defender, it's a bit more of a tanky, like kind of up close and personal vehicle. Now, the attackers are kind of more DPSs, and the fire supports are a combination of DPS and support. Now, the Udinck itself, let's have a look at these features. So, tough as nails. Blocking 5 hits grants a 50% improved reload speed and a 50 HP point regen for 10 seconds. Now, I don't have to tell you that this is a doubling of your, DPM, so that's very powerful, as well as the 500 HP it allows you to regen over those 10 seconds. Next, this is what made me fall in love with this vehicle. I would say Udinck is probably my favorite agent, and the reason for that is this gun. It is a autoloader that has 2 shells that deal 500 base damage each, with a reload of 15 seconds. And your delay between each of those shots is 3.5 seconds. So it is very, very meaty, and I have found that this vehicle does a lot more damage at range than most other agents in this game, which just allows this vehicle to be very versatile. Now, for its 2 abilities, you can call in an airstrike, which is like an attack helicopter that comes out and deals an amount of damage in the area you fire. I've found that this normally does about 500 damage to the things it lands on, and it comes down very quickly, as opposed to something like Titan's B-52, which takes a little bit of time to arrive. So it allows you to just get in some extra damage on something that's stationary quite rapidly, which is just great. And lastly, it has some smoke screens, which you can, or a smoke grenade launcher, which you can use to deploy several smoke screens, which you can use to disengage from a bad situation. Now, looking at these upgrades, upgrades, people, upgrades. Let's have a look at the Udinck and how I have chosen to build it. I am just going to be running through the choices that I've made, and in this case, for slot 1, we've got a improved armor over the lower plate. It also reduces the APDS shell damage, and from what I've been able to discover, the only vehicles that currently use heat shells are the Jaeger and the Blitz. Now, I'm not sure if the Phantom counts as heat on its ATGMs, but I will say that most things seem to fire this type of ammunition, and for that reason, the damage reduction here is great. Now, in this slot, we've gone for an increase to damage as well as module damage. This allows us to more consistently destroy modules, which allows us to crit more often. And the generic damage increase just allows us to up that DPM and just get a little bit more out in every situation, as well as deal a bit more when your crit multipliers are applied. So in the third slot, we've gone for generic gun handling. This helps while rotating the hull, it helps while moving, as well as just helps your overall accuracy. So this is a huge boost to your vehicle's gun handling. In the fourth slot, we have gone for mobility. The Udinck at base is quite slow, so the buff to the forward and reverse speed is really great, as well as the base acceleration just allows you to hit those speeds a little bit faster. And the traverse speed is something that I think is important for a lot of the defender vehicles, because most of your armor is concentrated towards the front. So being able to keep your front on towards the enemy in some of those nitty-gritty situations just really helps you negate some of the incoming damage. In slot 5, we've gone for an extra 200 hit points and these extra armor plates on the side. Now, the Udinck, unfortunately, is prone to very high levels of ammo rack damage. When you do get crit in the ammo rack, it really hurts. So there's a little bit of protection from those side turret shots, as well as those extra hit points, just adds in that survivability. In slot 6, we have some that is it just helps the ranged performance of this vehicle, increasing your spotting range, increasing your maximum accuracy, and allowing you to zoom in up to 8 times. So just allowing you to play those long-range roles when you need to, and helping the versatility. In slot 7, we've gone for improved aiming speed, which just allows you to get your gun on target accurately faster. So it can increase how quickly you can respond to a situation, as well as once again just increasing your accuracy overall by that 5%. In slot 8, it's more of that traverse speed to keep your front towards the enemy, and forward and reverse speed with that base acceleration from slot 4 really just allows this vehicle to be a lot more mobile than it is with its base statistics. And then in slot 9, we've gone for the reticle size while moving. This just allows us to be very accurate on the move, which means that you can, once again, just respond to situations a bit faster, and you can feel very comfortable shooting on the move with this vehicle. And the traverse speed, once again, front on to the enemy. But guys, this is where it gets really, really exciting for the Udinck. This cyclical ammo rack auto-reloading system. Now, I've mentioned that your ammo rack, it hurts when you get hit, and the 20% increased hurt really sucks. But the payoffs are immense. An extra shell as well as reduced reload. This means that you can fire out with this build 3 shells in 7 seconds from the first shot for a total of 1800 damage because of the buff damage. And do it all again a lot faster because of that reduced reload. In just 12 seconds, you have your magazine fully reloaded again. So in a perfect situation, the Udinck can crit for about 1,500 damage. And this allows you to, once again, hypothetically, clip out a full health vehicle in 2 shots and potentially reduce another enemy's HP by 50%. So, yeah, it just adds to the crazy damage potential of this vehicle, and really does, in my opinion, make this vehicle so much fun to play. Now, looking at the perks, in the first slot, we have an increase to the repair kit duration. Now, the repair kit, just so you understand, it allows you to recover 500 HP over 10 seconds, in other words, 10 HP per second, with a 60-second cooldown. Now, if you do take damage, the repair is cancelled, so you do need to be tactical about when you try to use this. But I think that increasing this duration and just giving yourself basically 50% more heal is just amazing. In the next slot, this is the Master Engineer, and it improves your repair kit stats, increasing the HP regen by 5 per second, which is a 10% increase, as well as increasing the duration by a further 5 seconds. And it also reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. So this allows you to repair a lot more HP, especially in conjunction with it fixes itself. And this can allow you to pretty much get back up to full HP right in the middle of the heat, which is amazing. And lastly, we've got Know Your Enemy, which increases your AP and heat critical damage against modules by 50%. Oh, sorry, that would be insane. By 15%. And yeah, it just really allows you to hit people hard when you're getting those crits, which you really should be doing. But yeah, that has been my build for the Udinck and my thoughts on the vehicle and how I have chosen to set it up. So without further ado, guys, let's take you into some battles and show you what this thing can do. Okay, so we're loading into a domination match here. And this is a 6v6 where you basically have to fight for control of a single point, which in this case on this map is in the stadium. Now, with this vehicle, I really do like to get stuck in, but I'm also more than happy to play a bit of a backline role and snipe, just because the damage over range is just so consistent. It seems to have very little drop-off, so yeah, but in a game like this, we pretty much just have to get into this cap and just hope we can win. We have to hold it, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Nice engine hit there. Okay, so I am very rapidly getting very low, so we're going to pop that heal, and as you can see, that is most of our HP coming back, but we do have to be concerned because we are getting attacked from this angle. Now, if I can manage to potentially get a crit. Oh well. Yeah, this is always a bit of a... Well, I don't know what to call it. It's a bit of a mosh pit in there. These single cap modes are always a little chaotic, especially if you do want to be frontline. But in that very short period, you saw that we dished out a lot of damage pretty rapidly. This thing kind of feels like I don't know. It just really likes to dish it out. And yeah, just a little bit of wiggling on the armor you may have seen. It really does just help to make enemies miss shots, because as you will see, the reticle, when you're looking at someone, it shows up in blue if you can pen. So if you wiggle, it can often just make people not quite make that shot. Now it doesn't always work, but there's no harm in trying. Anything that may reduce the... Sorry. Anything that may reduce that... Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought with this slightly longer delay there that he might have actually been out, which would have meant we could have finished him off. Not a stellar performance from me so far, but I guess I am at the top of the team. It just feels like I've been dying quite rapidly.
Back in the game.
But I think it does show that this vehicle really does get hit pretty hard. Especially when you start taking those crits to your ammo rack. The ammo rack just really does get lit up. Oh, nothing like bouncing off a Jaeger's butt. Yeah, imagine being made out of paper. But here you're seeing what I mean by that accuracy on the move just being seemingly very consistent. Ah, there we are. Finally. The first crit. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, that was a 2000 hit from this Jaeger. Now, obviously, that is a vehicle that is built for that crit damage, but at the same time, it's just, where did he go? I don't understand what just happened. He put down a decoy, and I knew that was a decoy, but I don't understand where the Jaeger disappeared to. I'm sure somebody will point out where he was in the comments. Hindsight and all. Okay, but this game is not looking too promising. I think too many of our team are just not trying to get into this zone, which is fine, but you know, not ideal.
I'm not proud of killing. I'm proud of doing this for the freedom.
Yeah, and unless we can kill all of these guys, we're not gonna... Yeah, you see, that's that ammo rack against, well, frankly, what is me. Now, I have a reload advantage on this guy, so I basically shouldn't be able to lose this. Yeah. I also have an extra shell, so that always helps. Because I will say most people in this game mode are not... they are all not game mode, but just most people in this game don't seem to be very high up with regards to their level, so... Oh, please don't. No! Yeah. I just wanted to get behind the cover and kind of know that I'd be safe. Oh no, I've done it again! Imagine learning from your mistakes. That'd be great. I just wanted to get out of the fire because my heal was just about to come off cooldown, so I would have been able to get myself back up there and be ready for the next slew of vehicles coming out of their spawn.
We won't let them taste victory.
Well, it seems like our team is at least attempting to keep control there of the cap. But yeah, to any of you guys who have maybe played the Udinck, I'm sure you'll know that this vehicle really does feel pretty sluggish, so you can see here the mobility changes that I've made really help. Because now I can average out 55, and if we boost we can get up to like 60, maybe even 70 if we're going down a hill. just want to get into this. Oh, if I could only aim. Why don't we see if we can't drop a little ability. So this is the attack helicopter, which I don't know how much I talked about, but it brings down 2 relatively rapid strikes on the enemy. Okay, this cant's gonna mess me up real hard. Or maybe we can make this. Oh, there's somebody behind me. Yeah, the mosh pit is real, boys. The mosh pit is real.
Our job is to get the job done.
Yes, I don't know if people have seen this game before, but it is. I will say it's a lot of fun. The best way I can kind of put it is if War Thunder, World of Tanks, and like Call of Duty / Battlefield had a baby. Well, that was an acceptable result. I think we'll go for one more, and then we can wrap it up there. So I will see you in the next game.
We've already won.
Okay, so we have just loaded into a Conquest, which is a 10v10. There are 5 cap points across the map, and yeah, in this game mode, basically each cap ticks up by 25 points. I haven't managed to figure out how frequently. It's supposed to be every second, but it doesn't feel that way. Or it's potentially 1 point a second. I don't know, but you guys will see it. The caps just tick up by 25 every now and then. Now, in this map, I would say that I could go up to kind of contest C and try and maybe negate some of their snipers. We're busy getting gunned down by that AC-130, which is one of the chopper's abilities, which is the Abrams tank. And here we've got a bit of a feeding ground. So let's see what we can do. Phantom is not something we want to fiddle with, but we also should just be able to shrug off most of his ATGMs.
Stick around, huh?
Phantom's a vehicle I struggle to hit the crits on consistently because of that. I don't know. I just don't often find them. Now, to get crits, as a general kind of rule of thumb, there it is, right through that track and into the ammo rack.
Your insurance is paid.
So, as a general rule of thumb, basically where you'd expect the vehicle's engine to be, in other words, at the back of the vehicle, it's typically an engine. If you hit from the sides, you can often get ammo racks, or sorry, fuel tanks, which can occasionally set things on fire, which is great. And then, yeah, the ammo rack is normally kind of back a turret, but I have definitely seen that there are a few more locations. Like on the Jaeger, you can hit under the side of the turret, and that's true for several of these vehicles. Now, I'm gonna try and get into B here. There's obviously a lot of boys, but maybe we can just kind of surgically remove them one by one. Okay, so because this guy is now tracked, I'm calling down the airstrike. One more shot, and the airstrike gets him. Beautiful. Okay. Back of turret. Okay, no bueno. No hit there. I think this blitz is trying to run away. Gonna do a quick clip reload just so we can be ready for these guys.
Enemy progress stalled. Stick around, huh?
Okay, let's see if we can get that. Okay, the Phantom is dead. It can play dead, so what I'd recommend you guys do is always just check that the kill feed down here. You'll see that the Phantom was actually killed. I have been got too many times, and hopefully that little tip will help you. So if you don't see the Phantom dead in the kill feed, then, well, it's probably not dead. Okay, back of turret here on the... really just not managing to get these crits for you guys. Oh, there we are, straight through the front of the Raketta's turret. So on the right side of the gun, how? How is that an armor not hit? Okay, well that would have been a perfect example to go through the front of the Raketta's turret on the right side. I found that to be a very good ammo rack. It seems you can achieve it with most vehicles.
Commanders, keep pushing forward and exploit their weaknesses. Show them what we're made of.
No, I saw... you sneaky little Jaeger. It's gonna be a slightly hard shot to hit, especially with how fast it's going.
Dead in their
Okay, we got his track, now maybe we can get a rear turret. There we are.
in the rack.
Oh, there's a Titan. And he's calling down his V-52 napalm bombs on us. So we're just gonna try and get out of the line there. Okay, this is a lot of heat, and my gun depression is screwing me because I'm on an ever so slight incline. Okay, Raketa.
Use the track.
Oh.
Another
Oh.
one bites the dust.
Overwhelming enemy presence. Yeah, I think there were 6 of them here.
Back in the game.
Commander, intelligence reported clearing Sector E. You must be the first to capture the base after the air.
Ah, yeah, so these are the maps. In the Conquest mode, there are opportunities to gain additional points. So there will be a bombing that will typically occur on one of the points. And when it does, the first team to recapture that location will just earn an extra 300, which, you know, is it's 15% of what you need to win, so it's pretty important to go for these. And then at the same time, you will see that... Okay, I need to get these turret shots. There we are, that's one.
Go home.
Oh no.
Watch your 6.
Okay, let's see if we can get him here with the... Okay. Well, if he gives me the turret, then there's... it makes it a bit more... Oh, I just went through my own airstrike.
A bit more, and we're done. On our 6.
What is...
Survival of the fittest, isn't
Yeah, situational awareness there was not ideal. But yeah, I don't know,
Changing tactics.
I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are about this game. I think it's looking really promising, but I will say I have played quite a bit of it at this point. Like a good several,
Hit them
I
right
think
in the heart.
around 200 matches, and yeah, it really is very fun. But I can't tell you what it is, but to me, this game feels a little bit just like it lacks a soul. Like, I don't feel like there's much of a puzzle to solve with regards to how the strategy plays out here. It just kind of,
Saber to all units,
like,
we've gained the upper hand. Exploit their
each of my
vulnerabilities
matches
make
doesn't
every
seem
shot
to...
count.
It doesn't feel like it matters, is kind of the best way I can put it. And, you know, that's a pretty harsh thing to say, but I'm kind of hoping that that might just be due to a small lack of polish. Now, unfortunately, the enemies have capped that point, so I'm just going to try and protect our kind of home cap.
They're a sitting duck.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so another thing, you'll notice just over here, above your little vehicle icon, there is a bar. Now that is what I would kind of call your sprint bar, if you will. So it just is an indication of how much boost you have and how long you can potentially
Dead in
boost
their
for.
tracks.
We're not getting great damage on this Titan because we're going through screens. Because that thing gets a potential for either a lot of damage and like gun upgrade, or alternatively a lot of armor. The Titan can be very tanky. Now, is this... I don't know if this is a real player. I think this is just a decoy. There he is. See? The sneaky boy.
All this is safe. We've overcome greater odds before.
Okay.
It's not over yet. Fight with everything you've
Where did
got.
that come from? That's someone in this cap circle.
Repent.
Oh, that would indicate likely a punch. fine, driving over mines.
Enemy on our 6.
Oh, you sneaky, sneaky boy.
Another one
Nice.
down. Dozens to go.
Okay, incoming Titan. Let's call in that airstrike. I don't think that was a good placement.
Agents, remember, even in failure, there are...
Oh well, another
We've lost
loss.
the battle.
But that was a
We
close
still can
match,
win
and
the war.
we were top of the team with a pretty decent score there, so I'm not too unhappy about that. Got lots of match bests, and we only died twice. Kind of wish we could have shown off this vehicle's armor. In certain situations, this thing is just... it just feels impossible to kill sometimes. But, yeah, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and enjoyed taking a look into the closed alpha of Project Cold War. Yeah, I will be trying to upload a few more videos about some other agents. I have been grinding away to try and get these guys to max level so that it'll be appropriate to make videos about my thoughts on them and what builds I have found to be working. But I would say that the diversity with builds in this game is quite high, and I really like that. I think the fact that there doesn't always feel like there's a correct choice is nice. I think leaving a lot of choice up to the player when it comes to customizing characters is something that not enough games do to such a strong extent. And this game's balance can be a little bit off, but to me it's more felt like certain things are underpowered and most things are fine. But the way that that actually plays out makes it kind of feel like certain things are, you know, just overpowered. But when everything's overpowered is anything. So yeah, I mean, the balancing team's been releasing patches constantly on a nearly daily basis. So yeah, I'm feeling very positive about this game, and I look forward to see what the future holds for it. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.